And boy, your bullpen's done a nice job. I'd say when you started off 1-4, a little shaky at times, but particularly the game that Ivan Nova gave you 5 innings, your bullpen went 4 innings and gave up just 1 hit. I think that was by Robertson.
Yeah, and it took us 12 games to get to that point where we could actually kind of set it up. We haven't really had that. We've had guys go either short or really long, and we haven't really went to the 7th, 8th, and 9th. But it worked out really well because they had lefties coming up, and we were able to go 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th with Boone Logan, Jabba, Robertson, and Mo, and it worked out great. And they started to all throw the ball really well.
Now, I was a little worried at the start with Boone Logan because of what he went through in spring training. And then at the beginning of the season, Jabba looked like he was laboring. What has turned the corner for both of them? Because Jabba's throwing hard and Boone Logan looked like he was throwing hard.
You know, it's just interesting. They both got about a week off. And I think the development of the arm strength over time has really helped, and they're different guys now.
In terms of Robertson, looks free and easy. Looks like he's just repeating what he's done the last couple of years.
Yeah, I would have to agree. He looks really good. His curveball is sharp. You know, he worked on his changeup in spring training, and I think that's become a pitch for him. So, I mean, he's picking up right where he left off.
Now, I like to read your mind because sometimes you don't tell us everything that's in there. You used Mo the first 2 games of the Diamondback series. You had a tie game, and you didn't have Mo up. So is Joe Girardi's plan this year not to use the 43-year-old Rivera 3 days in a row?
Not this early. Mo said he felt fine, but I just think it's way too early to be doing that. And if we get to a point where I need him later on the season, I'm sure he'll be fine. All
right, kind of wild cards in your bullpen. You've got Kelly, you've got Warren, you've got Phelps. Where do they fit in?
Well, Warren's really our long man. Phelps, he can do it as well. Kelly's kind of a 2-inning guy, maybe a 3-inning guy, and I think he's starting to get going. Sean Kelly, he threw pretty good Friday night. He gave up the 1 home run to Aaron Seaby, but I thought he threw the ball pretty well, and I like where these guys are going.
Now, I've always said this about you, not to embarrass you. I've said it every single year, that I think your strength is how you mold the bullpen. Why are you so good at that? Is it because you think like a catcher and you know what they're going through?
Because the pitchers are really good down there. They make me look good. But I try to set them up and put them in situations to be successful. You know, I study the opposing hitters, and I know what our guys got, and I try to set it up that way.
It just seems, though, that every year the bullpen has a different dynamic to it that you kind of have to mold, and every single year you seem like you've done it. And sometimes you have pitchers that, you know, Sean Kelly's not a great pitcher, hasn't been in the past, and he's contributing, and it seems like you fit them in the right spot.
Yeah, and I think we do a good job of adding guys where in situations where we need, like, you know, we had Rapata last year, and we used Epley as a complement to him, the left-right-handers, and we're able to do that. But these guys have to go out and perform. I try to put them in situations to be successful, but the bottom line is they have to go out and do it.
All right, we've been talking a lot of pitching, and it doesn't do much if pitching does great and they don't score a run, so I just want to hit you with a couple. Travis Hafner, he's surprising you what he's doing?
Not really. Travis Hafner has been a great DH for a long time. The problem with Travis is he hasn't been able to stay healthy, whether it's been his back or something else. And right now, our job is to keep him healthy.
How do you do that?
Well, I don't think you play him every day. I think that's the bottom line. You give him off against a lot of the left-handers. And if he's able to stay healthy, he's going to put up big numbers. I mean, you go back to the Cleveland series where he got us going with the 3-run homer. You start the series in Toronto on that Friday night, and he drives in the first run with a double down the right field line and sets up that inning for us, and then hits a homer later in that game. So Travis is a guy that can be very productive.
Overbay and Wells, 2 other pickups. They've done very well, and they've hit for power.
Yes, they have. I mean, they've done a very good job. I think Vernon has 4 home runs. Overbay has a couple. And we're hitting home runs, and people talked about we were going to be a different club. And I still think we do have to manufacture some runs, but we still have guys that can hit the ball at the ballpark.
Cano in the first couple of games was 3 for 23. He's been on fire since. We talked about that 3-run home run he had earlier in the week. What's gotten over him? Is he just being Cano?
Robbie's just being Robbie. And if you get Robbie out for a while, someone's going to pay because he's that good.
And Francisco Cervelli, boy, what a year he had last year. He could have given up, could have rolled up into a fetal position and never hear from him again. Yeah. He's kind of forcing his way into more playing time.
Yes, he has played extremely well, and he has done that. And he hits the home run to tie it up against Arizona 2-2, I think, in the 8th or 9th inning the other night. But he's played extremely well and done a good job with the pitchers.
Little secret here, though. Just tell it between us. He hits the home run in the 9th inning and forces extra innings and you lose. You could have gotten into bed 2 hours earlier in Toronto. Would you rather you have not hit it and lost 2-1?
No. I'll take our chances.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
All right. You're going to take your chances turning over the show to Al Leiter?
That's a chance.
That is a chance we are willing to take.